Hey, what's up guys? How are we doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get this video started, I need to talk to you guys about something. So if you're watching this video for the third time or clicked on my channel for the third time and you're not subscribed, make sure you guys go ahead and scroll down and subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and send a comment. I like reading the comments that you guys send me, and I always try my best to reply. But today's video, I wanted to talk about the 7 tools that you need when you buy a Cameo 4. Now this will be a supplement to the video I made before, which was the 3 things I hated about my Cameo 4, and it got a lot of traction. A lot of people were commenting on the video, and I truly appreciate that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and just get this video started. So the first tool that I think everyone should get when you first buy your Cameo or your cutter basically is a large cutting mat. Now I say large cutting mat because you do need a big workspace. I did buy a small cutting mat, but I quickly outgrew it within like a couple weeks, just because there wasn't enough room to cut on it, and sometimes the decals would be a little bit bigger than what I needed, and sometimes the decal would be a lot bigger than the cutting mat. So I ended up purchasing a 24-inch wide cutting mat. It's pretty big and it does the job, but sometimes I also do cut larger decals, and sometimes even the 24-inch wide cutting mat is not big enough, but it is a perfect size to get started, and I think you would probably appreciate the size and workspace cutting mat gives you. So the next thing that I think is super important when you buy your cutter is getting an Exacto knife, or simply a cutting tool. Now I say Exacto knife because this is what came with the toolkit I bought. It came with an Exacto knife, and honestly it helps with the precision cuts, and it is a fine cut and straight cut. I haven't used any scissors yet to cut my decals. I don't think the scissors actually make it look like nice at all, but you can use the scissor if you want to, but I do recommend getting an Exacto knife. Now this is the next tool that you need. So the third tool that you need would be a weeding toolkit. Now I say toolkit because this also came with the toolkit that I bought, and I'll definitely link everything on the bottom of the video. But a weeding toolkit will probably come with a pick, and it'll also probably come with like a dental pick, tweezers, and just a bunch of variety of other tools. But I mainly use the pick. I don't use the dental pick ever. I think it just really depends on your workflow and how you use the tools. Now, the next tool that I think is super important is a vinyl squeegee. Now, a vinyl squeegee can be all kinds of shape. It could even be a card, but there's a specific one that I use in this kit that I use on most of my items. I mainly use this to kind of flatten the vinyl after I'm done, or also when I'm trying to use the transfer tape to move it to a second vinyl sheet. Definitely it comes in handy when you're trying to apply these vinyls. I definitely use the squeegee to kind of just help flatten the stuff, or you can even use a card if you don't have a squeegee. So the next tool that I think you need is actually going to be a lamp or a light source. Now, so I do have a little lamp source that's connected to the wall, but I also have a little light source that I use to kind of just see where the vinyl is, because when you're working with white colored vinyl, it's really hard to see where the cut is. And so if you're trying to cut something that's super intricate and you need to kind of make your precision cut, having a light source will kind of show you where the lines are. So the next tool I'm about to talk about is actually super important, and that's going to be a metal ruler or even a safety ruler. Now I have a metal ruler. It's not a safety ruler, but the metal ruler just helps me use my Exacto knife and make straight cuts. Now there's been times where I've hit my nail, fortunately hit my nail and not my finger, with the Exacto knife, and I didn't cut myself or anything, but they make safety rulers for you. That way you don't have to worry about getting your fingers cut when you use the safety ruler. Now the last thing that I recommend getting is actually a cutter or a rotary cutter ruler. Now I have this one from Fisker. I bought it at Target for like $20. You could probably get it cheaper on Amazon, but it's essentially a kind of like a cutting board with a fine line, and then you just slide it up and down, so you get straight, even cuts all around. With the ruler, I have to use the guides on the cutting mat, but with the Fisker cutter, it makes cutting a lot easier. It makes cutting a lot faster, especially when you're doing bulk orders maybe, or even just trying to get even cuts for all your decal stuff. But with that being said, those are 7 tools that I would recommend. If you have any questions about anything, go ahead and hit me up. But these are the 7 tools that I like using. These are the 7 tools that I use mostly in my workflow. But I definitely will link everything that I've mentioned in the description box below. But again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to comment down below. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. But with that being said, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.